Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have in front of me Chatgpt, and we're going to have Chatgpt basically play our character for us. So the idea here is that I've told Chatgpt that I'm a completely new player, and I'm asking it to guide me through how to start playing World of Warcraft, what sort of faction, race, class, what spec I should play, what server I should make. I even had Chatgpt name the character for me. And we're going to see what all it says here. So just to go over the prompts so far, it looks like it's telling us to make an alliance human paladin and to play retribution. I asked it what server to play on. It said Storm Rage for alliance, so we went ahead and made a character on Storm Rage. And then here we have our step-by-step instructions. Launch World of Warcraft, retail, not classic. I'm glad it clarified that. Ooh, that's bright. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, step-by-step instructions. So I'm completely new to this. It says launch World of Warcraft, choose Alliance, Human, Paladin, name your character something you like, choose Storm Rage, pick Retribution, follow the story, learn your abilities as they unlock. The game teaches you well. Once you reach level 70, it'll tell you exactly what to do next. Gear up, join dungeon, and start your first raid. We're not there yet, so we're going to have to prompt it again for that information once we level up. I said, yes, but I need a name. Please name my paladin something. You will be in charge of my character. I need a Chatgpt named theme named character, please. So our name is Chatmore the Lightforged. It says that Chat honors our AI origins, which is good. More is Old English for guardian or great one. Gives it weight. The Lightforged ties into paladin lore. I guess that's a title, but we'll see if we have that one. It says make alliance, human, paladin, retribution, storm rage, name Chatmore. It says, would you like me to outline your 1 to 20 roadmap? We're going to hold off on that for now. And then we're going to pick Exile's Reach. That's what's recommending here for starting off. It says it's built for new players. So we're going to go with that. Ignore Northshire Valley. That's a nostalgia zone, apparently. Okay. And then I asked it if we want to start with add-ons or not. Very important question for a new player. Do we want to use add-ons? It says no, actually. Modern UI is clean, intuitive, and built for new players. So we're going to be using the modern UI. It says you actually learn the class and gameplay better without add-ons doing things for you. Blizzard's built-in quest tracker map and tutorials are excellent. Now you don't need add-ons yet. They'll just confuse you early on. Okay. So we're not going to worry about add-ons then, and we have everything we need to know. I'm curious, though, why it had me choose Human Paladin. So we're going to go over the reasons here. It says Human is the best all-around beginner race because we start in Elwyn Forest, which is interesting. It says that because we're actually, it told us not to start in Elwyn Forest. It said to start in Exile's Reach. So I'm a little confused on that it told us Elwyn Forest here. It also says that we get extra reputation with our racial as a human. We'll have to check in game if that's true. I'm not sure if that's true, but we are going to look good in any armor set, and that is important. Also, it's Paladin because it's durable. It won't be easy to die. We have heals. We can tank. We can do damage. It's a strong solo level, power, and easy rotation. So yeah, we don't get that. Oh yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Chatgpt knows this stuff, right? So we'll trust. Listen, the thing here is I know that there's no reputation for humans, but we're going to trust everything that Chatgpt says because that's part of the whole thing that we're doing, right? So if it is wrong, which clearly it is here already, it's wrong in 2 different places, we're going to ignore that. Okay, because the whole idea here is that we're just like blindly following what the Chatgpt tells us to do. Okay. All right, so I went ahead and made Chatmore, and we have Chatmore here on the Exile Reach, and we're going to begin our questing, and then I'm going to prompt it to start asking like what sort of abilities and stuff we should put on the bar. So I guess we should probably do that now, since we have 2 different abilities. Okay, so we have Crusader Strike and Shield of the Righteous. Hey, Chatgpt. I have 2 abilities at this level. Crusader Strike and Shield of the Righteous. Which should I use? Oh, how should I use them? Okay, it says perfect. You're paying attention. That means you're already you're paying attention. That means you're already ahead of most players at this early stage. Learning the basics of melee combat. We'll need to use Crusader Strike as our main attack. Use it on cooldown every time it lights up. We're gonna hit it. Okay, and then Shield of the Righteous. This one uses Holy Power. Right now, since you don't generate Holy Power, it's weaker and mainly defensive. You'll use it if you're taking heavy damage or you want a burst of holy damage. So we're going to walk up to the enemy. Here it says step by step. Walk up to the enemy. Use Crusader Strike repeatedly until the target dies. If your health drops below 70%, use Shield of Righteousness for some mitigation. That's it. It's super simple. Okay, so we're going to follow those steps right there. We're just going to walk up to the enemy and we're going to use Crusader Strike repeatedly until the target dies. All right, we have a target, this Murloc. We're going to follow the instructions to the T. We're going to walk up to the enemy, and we're going to use Crusader Strike until the target dies. Okay, so far so good. We got one of them. Okay, leveled up. Very good. So we'll just continue along. Let's go ahead and turn on auto loot, because that's going to be annoying if we don't do that right now. Okay. Walk up to the enemy, use Crusader Strike until the target dies. Very good. I know, it's crazy that we should... Wait, hold on. We should ask Chatgpt about auto loot. Hey, should I turn on auto loot? Absolutely yes. Turn on auto loot immediately. Saves time. You won't have to right-click each item on corpses. Every veteran player uses it. It's just quality of life. Escape. Controls, auto loot, hit apply. Do it now, never look back. Okay, very good. All right, so remember, we're following Chatgpt to the T. But we have some new abilities. We're going to have to ask it about that because so far it just says that the way we should fight is just use Crusader Strike on cooldown until the target dies. And that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and ask it about our new spells once we get done with this quest here.
Nasty storm. It must have hit the first boat too. Never seen a storm like that.
Don't worry. We'll find the expedition. We'll find that missing expedition.
Travel north to find any expedition survivors. Okay, what did we get new? We have Flash of Light. Okay, let's ask about Flash of Light and Judgment. I unlocked 2 new abilities. Flash of Light and Judgment. How should I use these in combat? Perfect. This is where your paladin's combat starts to feel real. Oh man, I can't wait. Okay, so Crusader Strike is still our main melee attack. We're going to use it every time it's available. Judgment is your ranged Holy Strike. Hits instantly, deals solid damage. Use this first when you engage the enemy. Okay. And Shield of Righteous, mostly defensive. Don't spam it unless you're taking hits or you need quick damage. Later, when you become Retribution, they'll be replaced by stronger attacks. Flash of Heal, this is your heal. Don't use it in regular combat unless you're in trouble. Use it between fights to heal you. In emergency, you can step back and cast it mid-fight, but remember it's slower and stops you from attacking while casting. So it says our rotation is start with Judgment. We pull the enemy from range. We're going to run in, and then we're going to Crusader Strike repeatedly. And if our health gets low, we're going to press Flash of Light. And if the enemy hits me hard, or if I'm fighting multiple mobs, I want to use Shield of Righteousness. So we're only using Shield of Righteousness if we're fighting more than one enemy, or if we need defense. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do it. Will there be a new alpha build before beta? I hope so. I've been waiting on a new alpha build. That's why we're doing this today, because there's no alpha, so I thought it'd be fun. Actually, my wife's idea. This was a pretty good one. We're going to have Chatgpt guide us through the entire leveling process and just see if it's good for that sort of thing. Since we're using judgment first, we'll put it on 2. Okay. So we're gonna follow the instructions. It says to run up to the enemy, use judgment, and then spam Crusader Strike until the target dies.
We'll find that missing expedition. Henry knew.
All right. So we gotta kill some birds. We'll judge this guy.
He's my son. But more than that, he's
Crusader Strike once,
we leave no one behind.
and it's dead. I feel like it'd be good to use Shield of Righteousness here, but it said we should only use it if we're in trouble. So we're going to hold off on that. We got to follow the instructions to the T. Let's see if it knows the quest too. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's ask it. Ask him about the quest. All right. So I just got the meat, but I haven't cooked it. It says cook the meat on the campfire. Hey, so I'm on the cooking meat quest. How do I cook the meat? Perfect, you're on the right track. This one is the first learn the skill quest in Exile's Reach. Step by step on how to cook the meat. Finish looting the raw meat from the quest mobs. Make sure it's in your bag. Stand next to the campfire. Okay, next to the quest giver. Got it. Open your spell book. Professions. Okay. We're going to open up our professions. It says find and click cooking fire or campfire if it's available. This will let you cook anywhere, but using existing fire is fine. Okay, we don't have that ability, but we do have a campfire right here. It did tell us about that. Open your cooking window. All right, we don't have a cooking window. We can't do that. But let's see what else it says. You'll see a recipe like cooked meat or something similar. Click create, create all the cooked meat. Once you're done cooking the item, right click in your bags. I don't have cooking in the professions tab. Where do I cook the meat? Excellent. Common snag. Don't worry. So it says, look around the quest giver. You should see a campfire right beside her. That's your cooking spot. Target the fire and right click it. All right. We're targeting the fire. We're going to right click it. Oh, there we go. Excellent. All right. We almost hit a snag there, but it did figure it out for us. All right. Next up, we're going to do enhanced combat tactics.
Stay focused and sharp. Recruit. Quillboar are far deadlier than murlocs. You need to be ready for the dangers ahead.
Yeah, it definitely answered that as if I was asking about cooking, not about the quest, but that's okay. It figured it out in the second go.
Crusader Strike increases your holy power. You'll need it to use more potent abilities. You're brimming with holy power. Use Shield of the Righteous now.
It said I should only use Shield of the Righteous if I'm fighting multiple enemies, though.
Use Shield of the Righteous now.
So, I don't know. This is telling me to do something that kind of said not to. It said if we're in trouble, though, we can use Shield of Righteous.
You're brimming with holy power. Use Shield of the Righteous now.
Alright, enhanced combat tactics. I'm doing the quest. Enhanced combat tactics. The target keeps healing. What abilities should I use?
You're brimming with holy power.
The problem, the target keeps healing itself. You just hit them normally, he'll heal out of damage forever. Okay, so it tells us to stop the healing, we have to rebuke the enemy. We don't have that ability. Start the fight with Judgment, run in Crusader Strike. Crusader Strike. Yeah, it's not talking about using Shield of the Righteous.
You're brimming with holy power.
Let's just say that I'm in trouble, so I'm going to use it. Because it did say if I was in trouble, I could use the shield.
Builds up holy power quick. Good. Keep using Crusader. Good. You're out of holy power. So use Crusader Strike to
We'll have to read between the lines just a little bit on some of these, I think.
Crusader Strike to gain holy power.
Technically, it didn't tell me to use the shield here, but That's okay. Let's just say that if I fought this thing for long enough, I would be in trouble and I would have to use the shield like it told me to. So that one, we'll just give it.
Get our people back. The Alliance leaves no one behind.
Northbound.
We'll head north.
Okay, I got a new ability. We got to ask it about Hammer of Justice. I got a new ability, Hammer of Justice. How do I use this one?
Never given up on any member of the Alliance. I'm not about to start.
Your real control abilities. Hammer of Justice stuns the target for 6 seconds. Alright. Range 10 yards, cooldown about a minute. Interrupt backup. If your rebuke is on cooldown, we don't have that ability yet, but that's fine. Use Hammer of Justice to stun them and stop the cast. We can also use it to heal. Open with Judgment. Run in with Crusader Strike. If they start healing, we're going to use our Hammer of Justice, and then we're going to continue to attack while they're stunned. It's free damage, it says. Free damage. Okay. Cool. So we're definitely going to use that one. Finally, real gaming hours. Yep. Did I miss any new alpha build notes? No, it's been like pretty slow. They haven't said anything. I'm hoping that there's a new build soon though. Welcome to the adventures of Chatmore. We're letting Chatgpt dictate our entire adventure on this character.
That expedition is counting on us. The hunt goes on. Aim true.
Okay, these are just slay quests, so this is pretty straightforward. We've already had ChatGPT tell us how to slay mobs, so we're going to do this one without consulting.
I know. I raised him to overcome any challenge.
We could get a build today on Alpha. Yeah, that's true. And remember, guys, we're only doing combat exactly the way that ChatGPT told us to. So even though our Shield of Righteous is going to be available, we're not using that. It said we should only use Shield of Righteous if we're in trouble or if we're fighting 2 mobs. Oh, we are fighting 2 mobs here. I can use it. Okay, cool. Yeah, only if it's only if our health is low or if we're fighting 2 mobs, it said.
Our blood will fight on you. Your blood will earn a reward.
Okay, we're done with that. Now we have to find Geolord Cragmaw. Let's go ahead and consult ChatGPT again. I'm supposed to kill Geolord. What's this? Grek Og. Where can I find this enemy? Perfect. You're at the right final boss of Exile Reach. Ooh, final boss. That sounds fun. All right, open our map. Look for the yellow quest circle on the north side of the island. On the north side? It's on the south side, but that's okay. The area is called Coolbor Caves, Coolbor Den. Okay, I don't see an area called Coolbor Den, but I do see Coolbor Briar Patch. I don't see this area. There is one called Quillbor Briar Patch. Is this the right one? Perfect. Yes, you're exactly right. Okay, okay. So it told us where to go. All right, we're going to follow that instruction. Oh, hold on. We have a rare enemy up here. Hold on, let's consult. There's a rare ogre mob. Can we try and kill it? Absolutely, go for it. Okay, it says, yes, we're going to test our strength against a rare mob. How to fight the rare ogre, step by step. Check his level. Okay, we're checking his level. We can't see it, but Oh, level 5. All right, we're good. If he's 5 levels above you, skip him from now. Nope, he's good. Buff up. Open with Judgment, Crusader Strike, interrupt, heal during the fight, stay calm, keep swinging. When he dies, loom immediately. Equip it right away. Okay, yes, we're going to do that. All right, so let's take on this rare. It says this is time for us to test our strength. Uh-oh, we have enemies following us, but that's okay, I think. All right, so we did the opener with the stun. We're going to use Shield of Righteousness once it's up because we're fighting multiple enemies here. All right, we loomed immediately. Loot immediately, and it says to wear the equipment immediately too. I bet you could easily convince ChatGPT that paladins have an ability called clog the toilet. Yeah, probably. All right, we stopped the spellcast with our stun. Excellent. Chatmore is on his way up. Should use a heal though.
You're Captain Garrick, Henry's mother. He always said you'd come for us.
Well, he was right. Now, where's the rest of the expedition?
I'm not sure, but I know how we can find out.
Okay, let's see if we got any new abilities we need to ask ChatGPT about. We got Consecration.
Scout-O-Matic 5000. Let's just unshrink it. Whoops, too big. A slight adjustment,
And it said we should equip new gear as we get it, so we're going to do that.
just right. Give it a try.
Okay, so Consecration. We got a new skill called Consecration. How should we use this? One of the core paladin abilities. Sanctifies the area beneath us. When finding the enemy, drop right on them. Drop Consecration on your feet right after you engage. Use Judgment or Crusader Strike as normal. Stay in your glowing circle, so it keeps damaging the enemy. Recast when it fades. Alright, so it's saying to use it on cooldown. Cool.
Come in. It seems the Scout-O-Matic 5000's camera is working as expected.
It has a camera? Then why does anyone need to be up there?
As a backup, of course. What if the machine were to break? We wouldn't be able to see. I mean, I doubt anything of the sort will happen. Just don't jostle it around too much.
Quiet. I see something.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
The full force of the Alliance will rain down upon you.
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? How are we going to deal with that?
We have to stop the sacrifice. But it would take
What level are we?
for all of the undead.
C6. Okay, so it told us once we hit level 10 we should spec in the Retribution. So we'll be doing that soon.
Nearby boars, so it can trample all of those monsters flat.
We don't have any other choice. My son's life is on the line.
Necromancy is nothing next to technology. One giant boar coming up. Let's just
Resizing the situation. On the quest, resizing the situation. How do I do this one? You're almost done with Exile's Reach now. Well, so it already told us we did the final boss, but now it says we're almost done. Okay, follow the quest marker. You'll meet Captain Garwick and Warlord Becca. You'll be staying near some Alliance troops facing a massive ogre. Talk to them to start the event. Once the fight starts, your allies will attack the ogre. Okay, this is just making up stuff. This is not even the quest we're on. I think I might be confused. Hold on. How should I say this? I think I might be confused. The quest is telling me to do something with boars. What should I do? You're doing great, and you're right to ask. Resizing the situation in Exile's Reach is actually the boar quest. Go to the quest area, open your map. You'll see lots of boar-like humanoids and spiked huts. Find the normal quill boar. Target any regular quill boar enemy. Look for an extra action button that appears. It's labeled resizing the device. Click it while facing the quill boar. Okay, so it says it's not these boars, guys. These aren't the boars. The quest is wrong. It's actually down here, it says. So we're gonna go and follow the instruction. It says to go to Quill Boar Briar Patch. That's south of us. We're gonna head down here. Okay, and we see some boars. So it told us whenever we target a boar, we should have an extra action button. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, we targeted the boar. It says we should have an extra action button that appears near the middle of the screen, labeled something like resizing the device. Click it while facing the quill boar. Okay, I'm facing the quill boar. I don't have a button, but we're going to click the item. It says it's an invalid target. Okay, hold on. Let's kill this quill boar and ask again, because this doesn't make sense. It says invalid target. That's a very common snag on this quest. Okay, it keeps telling us that we're hitting common snags, but make sure you're in the right area. The area is called Quill Boar Briar Patch. Okay, well, that's where we are. We're in Quill Boar Briar Patch right now. Maybe we need to go further in. It says you want the quill boar humanoids, like the geomancers, the warriors. Don't target the little boars. They won't work. We need to target the standing, spear-wielding quill boar. Get close. Use the device. You'll see a visual effect. Repeat until 5 quill boars have been resized. Okay, so it literally told us it is not the boars. It was specifically telling us not the boars. It's these ones that we have to use. It says the geomancers and the warriors. Okay, so here's a warrior. Let's see if the item works on it. No, it still says invalid target, guys. I'm not sure. ChatGPT might be wrong about this one. We might have to ask it more questions here. Yeah, it's not seeming to work on this target, guys. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Well, I mean, so we'll trust ChatGPT. We'll just maybe ask for some clarification. Hey, it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to work on these mobs. Are you sure that the quest... I'm going to help it out a little bit. Are you sure the quest is telling us to use this on the quill boars and not the regular boars? Excellent instinct. You're absolutely right to ask that question. Let's correct it clearly. Resizing the situation, you're actually supposed to be using the resizing device on regular boars, not the humanoid quill boars. Okay. Okay, well, it's weird because earlier it said, do not target the little boars. They won't work. But now I guess, okay, I guess it's figured out. Target regular boars, not the quill boars. Okay, all right, so we're back on track. It says regular boars, guys. We're going to head back. Just a bit of a snag. No, I'm not on alpha. I'm on live, and we're having ChatGPT play our character for us. It's already been a bit confused. It told us that we needed to use this device on not regular boars, on the quill boars, but I think we got it back on track now. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing once we get through this quest.
Okay, try it now. Yikes! Oh, that won't do at all. Here, try again.
Okay, there we go.
A giant boar! Let's report back to the captain.
Keep your guard up. Lives depend on us.
Ride the giant boar.
The rest of you, push forward and set up.
Okay, so we're on the quest now. It's called Ride the Scientifically Enhanced Boar. I'm on the quest, Ride the Scientifically Enhanced Boar. What do I do now? Perfect. You've reached one of the most fun moments in Exile's Reach. Excellent. Step by step. Find Lindy Springlespock. Talk to her. She'll have a quest. Accept a quest. Mount it. The screen will shift into a special vehicle interface. The action bar will change into a new, few new abilities. Use the boar's attack to attack enemies. One ability makes you charge forward. Another might make us slam the ground. Don't worry, the abilities are easy to understand. Okay, so it says to right-click the boar. And it says that we should use the charge ability.
Mother, I knew you'd save us.
Okay, easy enough.
Hang on, recruit. We've dealt with the undead. Now let's finish off that necromancer and save my son. Good riddance. Let's go check on Henry.
Mother, I'm sorry. I tried to fight the ogres, but they were too strong.
Henry, always remember that you are more.
Dude, it sounds like they're
than a
talking in my ear.
Now, Private Garrick, I want a full situation report.
You're a true hero.
Okay, we have to choose a reward, either a sword or a mace. Should we choose the sword or the mace from the quest completion? Excellent question. Picking correctly really matters. Okay, choose the sword. Paladins can use both swords and maces, but swords scale better visually and thematically for Rhett. Has slightly better stats. It says it has strength and critical strike or haste. It doesn't have either of those. In fact, it only has stamina, but that's okay. It synergizes perfectly with our Retribution Paladin and focuses on big weapon strikes. We'll get access to better quality swords as we level, so stick with them. Keep your weapon progression consistent. Okay, pick the sword. Equip it immediately. All right, we're going to pick the sword.
Yes, Mother.
And we're going to equip it immediately. We're going to even skip the cinematic to equip it immediately. Okay. Oh, we have a new skill, Word of Glory. Okay, let's ask Chatgpt about this one. We got a new skill called Word of Glory. How do we use this one? This is a huge milestone for our Paladin. Word of Glory is our first real holy power spender. Oh, so I thought Shield of the Righteous was a holy power spender, but apparently not. This is our first real one. Okay, it instantly heals you. It costs 3 holy power, and it's instant. So it says during fights, use if your health gets dangerously low or if you have 3 holy powers saved. Okay, so it says that this is our holy power spender, actually. This is how we spend holy power. We use Word of Glory to spend holy power, and we do just Crusader Strikes and Judgments and Consecration to deal damage. Okay.
Together, we'll see our way through this.
I guess Shield of Righteousness is just like, that's just cosmetic. We're not using that one. Okay, so we have a quest. New quest. is called stocking. What's the name of it? Stocking up on supplies. What do we do? You're nearly done with Exile's Reach. Stocking up on supplies. Check your quest log. It should tell you to collect supply crates around the camp. Look around the nearby area. You'll see sparkling wooden crates scattered around the ground. Right-click each crate and pick it up. Keep collecting until your character reaches 5 of 5. Once done, return to the captain and turn the quest. Okay, so we're not buying this tabard. We need to go find crates. We're going to go look around for some crates. Okay, it says the crates in the nearby area. So it should be nearby that we see these crates. So I don't see any crates around, but we'll just keep looking. These look like cages, not crates, so those are no good. No crates in here, it doesn't look like. We have any crates over here? There are some crates over here, but we can't click them. Hold on, let's ask. So there's some crates, but I can't click them. That's a sharp observation. You're right to pause. If the crate looks like it can't be clicked, that means you're either not in the correct quest or at the wrong set of crates. Make sure you've accepted the quest from Captain Garrick. Okay. We have the quest. If it's not there, go back and talk to her. Sometimes the quest didn't start properly. All right, we gotta talk to her. All right, she doesn't have anything for us. Move deeper into the camp. It says we should be near the cooking fire. That's where we are. If we can't click them, do a /reload in the chat box. Okay, we're gonna run a /reload to see if this helps.
Stay focused and sharp.
Once we've gathered 5 crates, the quest will auto turn in. Okay, so we did the /reload like Chatgpt told us to do, but it's not working still. It's still not working. Do I need to buy something? I'm gonna give it a hint. Excellent thinking. You're checking all the right angles. No, for stocking the supplies, you do not need to buy anything from a vendor. You don't need to craft, cook, or purchase items. The quest is purely about clicking the right clicks, the right crates in the camp. Wow, so I tried to give it a hint here about buying the tabard, but it is not having it. It says, no, we are wrong. It is not about buying anything from the vendor. We have to click crates. Okay, so we're going to give it another look, but I don't see that these crates are clickable, right? It says that we need to, there should be 5 sparkling crates near her. Those are the right ones. Well, these crates aren't sparkling. The crates aren't sparkling. And we can't click them. Are you sure that we aren't supposed to buy something here? Check if stocking up on supplies is listed as active. Abandon it. Then talk to the captain and accept it again. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to abandon the quest. We're going to pick it up again.
Rest until we stop the ritual.
And
How are you?
we're going to do a /reload, it says, to /reload to fix it. Okay, we still can't click the crates. I'm going to say, are you absolutely sure we aren't supposed to buy something here? Maybe a tabard? Excellent question. Yes, I'm 100% absolutely sure that you don't need to buy anything. Not a tabard, not a food, not a vendor item 100 emoji. Let's be crystal clear about this. The facts about stocking up on supplies. This is not a vendor quest. You do not need to interact with merchants or buy items. The objective is only to click supply crates around the camp. The crates are the quest objective, not the items you obtain through shopping or crafting. It has been very clear about this, guys. The quest is wrong. Chatgpt is telling us that we need to pick up a crate. There is a crate that we are not seeing. It has nothing to do with the vendor. But we can't click the crate here. The crates are not clickable. Maybe it's somewhere else. Let's go back to the other camp. I mean, it's like super sure about this, guys. The Chatgpt is super sure about this. So we have to, like, you know, if it's this sure, we have to investigate. So maybe there's crates over here at this camp. Maybe it's talking about the Quillbore camp. We're going to go take a look. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a crate over here. Let's click this. All right, we got some bracers. So there's some crates over here. We're going to investigate. Maybe these are the crates we're looking for. Hold on, we got to do our rotation just like it said. We use stun during the cast. We use Crusader Strike on cooldown. We use Judgment on cooldown. And we Consecrate on cooldown. Okay. Looks like we can't use these crates. All right, let's go back. We're going to ask it again. Guys, do we think ChatGPT is going to be able to get done with this quest? Or do you think this is where it ends? I feel like I want to keep going, so if it can't figure it out, I'm just going to like... I'm probably just going to do it and skip this one, but we'll definitely use this as like... maybe we do like a grading on it. How do you feel about that, chat? Maybe like a grade. Every time a quest is like completely dead end, because ChatGPT like can't figure it out, maybe we just like manually do it. And then we just like make a note of that quest that like that was one it couldn't complete. Or should we like just keep arguing with the robot until it tells us what to do? What do you guys think? What's more fun? What do you guys think is more fun? To force it to do the correct prompt, or to just like keep arguing with it? You have to tell them it's wrong? Okay. Hey, you are... Hey, I think you are wrong about this. The quest is not to get a crate. I'm sure of this after checking all the camps and reloading. The quest says to buy something. Can you look into this? Okay, it's thinking. Searching everything. You're right to push. I was mistaken earlier. Okay. The quest stocking up on supplies does require you to buy something from the camp quartermaster, then sell an item to them. Let's fix this right now. Finish the quest. Purchase any item and sell all of your items to them. The vendor sells a tabard or tough jerky. Buying either counts. The quest also rewards a 10-slot bag on completion. Okay, so it's telling me that I need to sell all of my items. We need to be very specific about this, guys. We're going to follow the instructions to the T. So it says, go to the camp. We even have coordinates. Find the vendor. Okay, we found the vendor. We've right-clicked them. Buy one cheap item from their stock, either the tabard or the jerky. We're going to buy the jerky. Okay. And then it says, sell any item to them to satisfy the secondary objective. Open your bags, right-click any gray or poor item in the window. You only need to sell one. Okay, earlier it said we need to sell all of our items. But now it's saying one. Is it one item or all that I need to sell? Just one item, that's it. Okay, so it's saying, never mind, don't sell all your items, just one item. All right, we're going to do that. All right, we've sold our one item. Now we can complete the quest. Good, good, good. We're back on track. And it was right about the bag. We did get a bag from that. Okay, next quest. Let's pick up some quests here.
try my best to help. Keela and I will scout ahead.
All right, so we have 3 different quests here. Let's see. Harpy Problem, Westward Bound, and a Paladin Service. We have 3 quests. Westward Bound, Paladin Service, and the Harpy Problem. Which should we do first? You've reached the Stormwind transition phase where the world finally opens up. Here's a decisive, optimized order. Number 1, Westward Bound. Do this first. The quest moves the story forward. It sends you to Stormwind City to report in and unlock real world content. Completing it officially ends the Exile's Reach tutorial. Then it says Paladin Service. Once you reach Stormwind, this is your class quest. It'll send you to the Paladin Trainer. Harpy Problem. Do this last. This one is a side quest in Westfall. What? We're not anywhere near Westfall. We're on Exile's Reach. I'm still in Exile Reach. What is Westfall? Westfall hasn't opened up yet. It's one of the first mainland zones. Okay. So we're finishing the Exile Reach storyline. Harpy Problem. That's your next combat quest, the last side quest. Okay, so it's actually telling me to do the Harpy one first, so let's do that.
It seems the Harpies are holding one of your people captive.
That's Merity, our mage. We have to rescue her. Be careful out there. Watch out for ogres.
Remain calm in the face of danger.
Let's deal with those.
Okay, we have 3 quests now.
Okay.
She will be. Come on.
Harpy culling. Purge the totems. And rescue of Merity Huntswell. What do we do? This is the final combat stretch of Exile's Reach. Okay. It said that on every quest so far, by the way. Harpy culling first. Okay. Then do Purge the totems. Oh, it says alongside it. Okay. And it says rescue last. All right. Let's do that. I've been playing Fellowship on Rhyme. That's the character I play. It's pretty fun. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but I have a lot of friends that are really into that game. I've tried it out. I mean, I own Fellowship. I'm like on the cusp of whatever the one is above Adept, but I just played it for like 2 nights and I kind of logged out. I've been playing Arc Raiders mainly. Arc Raiders is super fun. There's a treasure chest. Should we loot it? Yes, absolutely loot it. Okay. Cool. It said we should kill rares too, so we're gonna kill this rare. Oh, we got a bag from that. That's big value. Okay, it says we should save the guy last, so we need to kill more mobs still. If you're wondering why I'm not using Shield of the Righteousness, it said we should spend our holy power on Word of Glory if we have damage, and that Shield is only used if we're fighting multiple enemies, so that's why we're not doing that. I guess we are fighting multiple enemies here, so we can use it. Okay. Let's move on to our final quest here. Also, we're following the instruction. It said to equip any items that we find. So we've been doing that as we go about our business here.
Something huge is headed this way.
We can beat it if we fight together. For the Alliance!
There! Come on! Let's get out of here while we can!
Okay, another successful batch of quests complete. Let's go back and turn them in. See what it wants us to do next.
We have to rescue my friends. I'll try my best to help.
Oh, those ogres won't know what hit them.
The captain will be thrilled. Let's get back to camp and deliver the good news.
Okay, so earlier it said that we should do... So the order was important. We need to do Harpy problem first, and... Was it Westward Bound or Paladin Service? I think it told us Paladin Service next.
We saved Merity. All thanks to this recruit.
Good work. Now get some rest. We'll find
Don't thank me, guys. Thank the robot. All right, let's turn this other one. Paladin Service. Or is this Westward Bound? This is Westward Bound. Okay.
It is good to see.
Okay, so we got a new ability called Hand of Reckoning. Let's see how we use this one. We have a new skill called Hand of Reckoning. How do we use this one? It's one of our core paladin tools. What it does, it taunts the enemy, forces it to attack us. It's instant, no cost. Since you're currently a protection paladin, this spell is part of your tank toolkit. It says use it to pull enemies from the distance. Okay. If an enemy runs off, target it and use Hand of Reckoning. All right. Sounds good. It appears there is someone in a web. Should we free them? Yes, definitely free them. Okay, we're gonna free them.
What can I do for you?
So far, the combat guidance it's given me is actually pretty good. But also, we're kind of overpowered at this point. When you're low level, you just like two-shot every mob.
Is someone there? Help! Elul, guide them to me.
There's a scary undead guy who has one of my allies trapped. Should I attack him? Yes, attack him immediately. Okay.
You saved my life. Allow me to return the favor. Hop on. Elul, please shield us from harm.
Why is my gear about to break? I haven't died yet. I guess it just has super low durability. Kind of weird.
These poor creatures. We cannot stop to help them. By the light, you're alive!
You did a good job saving those people and dealing with those.
Okay, another quest successfully completed. Chatmore is on his way.
Yeah, well, I guess you could see it that way.
Okay, it says next up we should do the Paladin quest.
You should have known better than to say that to a druid.
Speak with the person here and repair our items. Alright. How do we repair our items?
Light shines on all creatures. That does not mean I have to like them.
Perfect timing to ask. Repairing is a key maintenance habit in World of Warcraft. Here's exactly how to do it step by step. Go to any vendor that sells weapons or armor. Talk to the vendor. Click repair all items.
Hello.
Okay. Done.
See you later.
Guys, we're about to hit a giant milestone. Almost level 10. Hit a couple snags on the way, but we are smooth sailing, I think, for the rest of this, hopefully. Said earlier that we should pick up any quests we see, so we're going to pick this one up. Okay, so what are we supposed to do here? We have a quest called Freeing the Light. There's a quest called Freeing the Light. What do we do? You're on the final stage, Freeing the Light. Special moment before the final dungeon. Go to the chapel. You'll see a Light's Ward or Paladin trainer nearby. Click on the object on the altar inside the chapel. Defeat the enemy that appears. Click the light crystal again once the enemy dies. Turn it in. That's your signal to do the final assault on Dark Maul Citadel. Okay, so it says go to the chapel. Guys, I don't see a chapel around. Are you sure? That's right. I see no chapel. It takes place at a small light beacon outside the camp near Captain Garrick. Here's exactly what to do. You're looking for a small glowing crystal, a beacon of light on the ground. We're just gonna click this. This seems not exactly what I was talking about, but maybe something similar.
Step forward, Paladin. The light will aid you in your task.
The spell is weakening. The light returns to me. Freedom. You have my gratitude.
Okay.
My blessing.
Paladin service. Okay, we have a quest now. We are on the quest. The Divine Shield. What do we do? The final Paladin class quest. Open your map. You'll see a Paladin trainer. Right-click, talk to the Paladin NPC. They'll explain the Divine Light, your Paladin's ultimate defensive ability. When the dialogue ends, the objective begins. Use Divine Light when told. Press P to open the spellbook. Protection tab. Find Divine Shield. Okay. Here we have Divine Shield. Go to the trainer marked on your map, talk to them, use Divine Shield when asked, fight briefly if needed, turn it in. Okay, so it says use Divine Shield when asked. We didn't have anything ask us to use Divine Shield, and we just died. We died. Nothing asked us about Divine Shield. What do we do? No worries, that's a normal hiccup. The game actually spawns an undead enemy that attacks you. You have to defeat it using Divine Shield during the fight. If you died, that means you don't have the ability yet or missed a trigger window. Okay, so it says click Release Spirit and run back to our body. Okay, we clicked Release Spirit, we ran back to our body. Once you're alive again, return to the quest area. You should see either a light beacon or an undead enemy waiting nearby. Before clicking anything, use your spellbook, go to Protection, find Divine Light, put it on your action bar so it's ready. Start the event again by right-clicking the light beacon or talking to the Paladin NPC. As soon as combat begins, press Divine Shield. It'll glow bright gold and take 0 damage. Once the enemy is defeated, click the light beacon again or talk to your trainer. Okay, so it says specifically we are supposed to start the event again by talking to the NPC. Okay, we talk to the NPC. And it says an undead enemy will spawn and attack you. Well, I don't see an undead enemy. There's no undead enemy. If there's no undead enemy, then the quest event for Divine Shield simply didn't trigger correctly. Don't worry, here's exactly how to fix it. Open your quest log. This means you're supposed to interact with the glowing beacon again, not fight anything. Find the glowing beacon again, look at your mini-map. Use Divine Shield when the screen darkens. As the ritual begins, your screen will flicker or darken. That's the darkness attack. Immediately press Divine Shield. Wait a few seconds, keep Divine Shield active as the objective updates. And then turn it in. I don't see the shield, the screen flickering at all. Do you guys? The screen isn't flickering. That means the quest didn't trigger properly. Hold on, I'm just gonna ask it. Should I just use Divine Shield to walk through this green wall? It just is telling us the same thing, so we're gonna try again. Should I just use Divine Shield to walk through this green wall? Oh, it says don't do that. Excellent instinct, but do not use Divine Shield to walk through the green wall. Alert emoji. Here's why. What that green wall is. The green glowing wall of energy is a magic barrier, part of the story event for your quest zone. It is not meant to be passed through yet, even with abilities like Divine Shield. Divine Shield makes you immune to damage, not to scripted barriers or story locks. If you try to walk through, it won't work. It'll just waste the cooldown. You should do this instead. Click your quest tracker. All right, I clicked them. Look around the nearby camp for a glowing object. Once that step is complete, the green wall will fade automatically. Okay, so it says we have to go back to camp. All right, we're going back to camp. It's crazy how confidently wrong it is. Don't you guys think so? I feel like twice it's been like very confidently wrong. But we're going to follow its instinct. We're going to go back to the camp like it told us to. It says we have to speak with Captain Garrick. All right, here's the captain. We're talking to them. All right, that's not working. They don't want to talk to us. Look around the nearby camp for a glowing object or NPC with a yellow question mark above their head. Well, there's a yellow question mark over here. Maybe that's it. This isn't NPC, but it is a sign. You'll need to prompt it, otherwise it'll always be confidently wrong. What should I tell it? The yellow quest is for Kill Claw the Terrible. What do I do? Perfect. You reach one of the most fun fights in Excel Reach. It's a rare elite beast. You're absolutely meant to fight and defeat him as part of the quest. Here's exactly how to do it. Find him in the shallow cave. Prep before you pull. Make sure Divine Shield and Word of Glory are both ready. It says pull with Judgment. Crusader Strike repeatedly. Shield of the Righteous whenever it's available. Use Word of Glory whenever my health goes below 60%. And if it enrages, use the stun. And if I'm low, use Divine Shield. Okay, we're going to try that. All right, so it says to use the Shield of Righteous on cooldown, so we're going to do that. We're following the combat instructions. It says whenever we're below 60 to use heals, and if we get really low to use Divine Shield, so we're probably going to do that soon. Okay, we got Divine Shield here. It says we should heal once we do that. Okay. Cool, we did it. Oh, here's the quest. Excellent, level up. We're now level 10. All right, let's get back to town and then ask it what to do. We just hit level 10. What do we do now? Huge milestone. When your paladin becomes a real class, you unlock talents. At level 10, you'll be prompted to choose your specialization spec. Click on protection. Click activate at the bottom right. This locks you in as a tank. Durable, self-healing, perfect for solo questing and future dungeons. Are we sure about this? Let's see. Hold on. It's telling me to play a tank. Once you complete Exile of Reach, you'll be taking the Stormwind. The game will teach you about Dungeon Finder as a paladin. Hold on. Earlier, you told me to choose Retribution. Which should I pick? Earlier, I suggested Retribution because it's a straightforward damage dealing spec, and yes, that's a solid option for someone who just wants to hit hard, but now that you've been playing through Exile Reach, you've naturally been learning tanking mechanics. You've already used Shield of Righteous, World of Glory, Hammer of Justice to survive. The tutorial quests and final dungeon are designed for protection. So at this exact point, protection is the correct choice. Okay, it's telling me to go prot. It says it's the right choice because we're already wearing a shield. So pick protection. All right, I have a talent point. Where should I spend my first talent point? Put it into Blessed Hammer. We don't have the ability to put it in the Blessed Hammer. We can't put the point into Blessed Hammer. Where do we put it? Excellent, you're paying attention. That's exactly what a good paladin does. You're right, you don't have full access. Here's what to do. Don't worry about spending the point. You simply can't until you leave Exile of Reach. Okay, so it's telling me I actually can't choose a talent yet. That doesn't seem right to me. But it says don't spend your talent yet. You don't spend your talent point yet. It's locked during Exile's Reach. Keep questing, finish the story once in Stormwind, then we'll be able to pick talents. Okay, so we're not going to pick any talents now, guys. It says don't pick a talent yet. All right, we're going to go back to this altar and figure it out. Okay, I'm just going to ask it directly here. We are back on the Divine Shield quest. There's a green wall. How do we cross it? It's the final stretch of Exile's Reach. The green wall is one of the most confusing parts for new players. Let's handle it precisely, step by step. The glowing barrier is a necrotic ward. You cannot walk through it, not even with Divine Shield. It's a story gate that only disappears after you do a specific task. Important notes. Do not try to run through the wall or use Divine Shield. It's immune to all abilities. Dude, I'm like spoon feeding it the answer here and it can't figure this quest out. This is crazy. Okay, hold on. Can you look this up? I think you might be wrong. I'm tempted to try using Divine Shield to walk through the green wall. I think you might be wrong. I'm tempted to try to use Divine Shield to walk through the green wall. Good instincts to double check, but trust me, don't do it. Here's exactly why. The green wall isn't real environmental damage. It's a quest phase barrier. This means the Divine Shield, which only blocks damage, has no effect. You'll just waste the cooldown and stay stuck. The game only removes the wall when you complete the current objective. It's Blizzard's way of locking the next area until the story event triggers. Step back from the wall. Look for a task that says something like use the light's beacon or free the light. There'll be a sparkling light crystal or NPC with a quest nearby. Then the wall disappears on its own. Do not use Divine Shield. Do not interact with the glowing beacon or talk to your ally. Once the barrier drops, you can march in proudly. No cooldown wasted. Okay. Well, there's nothing else here. I have time to burn. Are you sure I shouldn't just try it? I like that you're curious. That's the right mindset for World of Warcraft. But yes, I'm completely sure using Divine Shield on that green barrier does nothing at all. It won't hurt anything if you try, but it's a waste of your cooldown. Won't move the story forward. The barrier isn't made of damage or debuffs. It's a quest phase lock, an invisible door. If you got time to burn, the better way to spin it is walk around the area for sparkling light crystal NPC dialogue options / reload. Okay, it really likes us to reload our UI. We're going to do that again. If you want, read me the line under Divine Shield in your quest tracker, and I'll tell you exactly what to click so you can move forward without wasting your bubble. The quest says to destroy the necrotic altar. This is inside the wall. Perfect, that's the missing piece. The necrotic altar is indeed behind the green wall, but you're not meant to cross the barrier yet. The game is waiting for you to trigger an event outside the wall that removes it. Can you look this up for me? This information seems out of date. Can you look this up for me? I'm not doing it unless Chatgpt tells me to do it, but we can try and argue with it to try and, you know, nudge it in the right direction. Okay, so it says, good call. I looked into it for you. Here's the official objective. Yes, you do need to use Divine Shield across the barrier. After that, you must destroy the altar behind the barrier. Ensure that you have Divine Shield ready on your action bar. Go to the barrier, activate the Divine Shield before stepping through the barrier. Once you're through, locate the necrotic altar with / destroy it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna put up our barrier, gonna go inside, we're gonna click it, and that destroys it. Okay, quest complete. Excellent.
Recruit, you're with us. The rest of you, stay here while we head to the city.
Okay. Next quest is to Dark Maul Citadel. No, it's not botting because I'm still controlling the character. I'm just doing everything that Chatgpt tells me to do.
Together, we'll see our way through this.
Have Meredy transform you into an ogre, then scout the nearby ogre citadel.
Lives depend on us.
Okay, next quest. We are on right beneath their eyes. What do we do? Okay, so it says talk to the NPC to get transformed into an ogre, and then we'll go to the ogre citadel, and we'll have to slash wave at Gargok. Let's do that.
They needed some magic. If you feel a strange tingle, that means the illusion is working.
All right, Recruit. Just act like an ogre and get us inside the citadel.
Don't use big words. In fact, don't say anything at all. Just smile and wave.
More sacrifices. Go to cooking pit. Wave at Warcraft. Show what you got.
Keep moving.
Okay, it says we should slash wave at this guy, so we're gonna do that.
What do we have here? All the sacrifices.
Okay.
Take them to the back. We'll seal them with the wardstones like we did their leader. It is time.
Hold on, there's an optional part of this quest. There's an optional part of the quest to slash dance in the cooking area. Do we need to do this? You do not have to do slash dance. It's purely for fun and flavor. Okay.
Captain Kelra! No, no, no! How can we break these seals?
There is always a way, Henry.
Been watching some of your Devour videos. How do you feel the damage is scaling against other DPS? Okay, so it was super overtuned initially, but they've nerfed it like quite substantially. But it was like completely broken. I'll be honest with you. Like damage wise, it was like way, way, way too high. I think it's more in line with others now. Tuning is always like a weird question whenever it's this early. But hopefully we have a patch soon and they like do some gameplay things. You shouldn't really focus on the tuning as much as like how it handles what it does good and the talent options and just like the overall concept of it. Conceptually though, it does like pretty good AoE damage, just like very consistently, and it does have like a nice little gameplay loop. Doesn't feel very bursty, feels like kind of static, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Your post unattended. Gorgroth mentioned wardstones.
You have hopes for them keeping changing up fire again, like deep prune it? Yeah, I think they're gonna probably meet us in the middle somewhere on that. I think if people keep complaining about it. Okay, so we have a couple quests now. Let's consult Chatgpt again. Like ogres to the slaughter. You think it'll be like Evoker where it kills the other spec? Oh, you're talking about Devour? Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do to Havoc to make it good enough to play, honestly. Oh, what the hell did I type here? I was too busy reading chat. Okay, so it says to do catapult destruction first, and then like ogres to the slaughter, and then controlling their stones. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Havoc still has like a niche, I'm sure people play. Also, there's like people who just enjoy it, right? But I don't know. I think because it's like new, it's probably gonna be very popular. Do you feel Havoc is falling out because it feels weaker? No, I think it's just a newness factor. Like people are just gonna gravitate towards the new thing. Same happened when AUG came out. So yeah, if I had to guess, I would say that people are still gonna play Havoc. There's a lot of people who enjoy Havoc, but I think there's gonna be like so many Devourers. It's gonna be hard because you always have to think about like the available slots that you have in the group relative to like what is available. And if there's like 9 million Devourers, right? It's gonna make it so that like the Demon Hunter debuff Chaos Brand is like less valuable because it's easier to come by. So I think most groups will probably opt for, you know, having a Devourer, and just due to the amount of Devourers that are going to be out there. Basically, it's more competition, right? It's like, imagine they make a new mage spec, right? There'd be less Fire, Arcane, and Frost mages. It'd be harder to find a group with those specs probably, unless they're meta. But ultimately, the meta is just determined by like whatever does best, right? Like damage is a pretty big factor. Did they change anything on the UI lately? They made it so you can at least see what the DPS meter is supposed to look like, but they haven't actually like implemented it yet. Like it doesn't work. I don't know. I'm like surprised that like so much is not working still, but maybe with the beta they'll fix it. Maybe we'll get a patch today where they fix it. Yeah, I mean, the UI is still very, very basic. Like, it is not up to par with what they've promised. So there's a lot of work to still be done on the UI, on the alpha. It's pretty rough, guys. Yeah, I talked about it on YouTube. I have a video for all 3 mage specs and for Devour if you want to go check that out.
Thank you for saving me, but we still need to stop Kogros. Good fortune. There is still work to be done.
Okay, we're on the next quest here. Quest, Darkmoon Citadel. Step-by-step instructions. Talk to Captain Garrick. Click them and click enter Darkmoon Citadel, or Darkmaul Citadel. Okay.
Ogres and necromancy. A dangerous combination.
They don't seem to have that option. I think we've hit a snag, guys. Here. One second. I'll be right back. Like 2 minutes. Okay. So it's telling us that we need to talk to the NPC to enter the dungeon. It says, talk to Captain Garrick. They're staying outside the huge citadel gates. Click them and click enter Dark Maul Citadel. The NPC doesn't have the option to enter. Should I do something else? Okay, it says if the NPC doesn't have the option yet, we have to make sure all pre-quests are finished. Stand next to them. Accept a new objective. You don't see the option, even though the quest log shows the quest, type /reload. Okay, we're gonna do /reload.
Stay focused.
How many times has it had us /reload? That's what I want to know. I have to count those up later. This did nothing. Should I use... Oh, I'm going to tell exactly what the quest says. The quest says to, quote, use the group finder to enter the dungeon. What do I do? It's thinking. Press I to open the group finder. Oh, it just changed it. Good, here's exactly what to do. You must queue the group finder to enter the dungeon. To do this, press I to open group finder. Okay. In the group finder window, choose the dungeons tab. Click join as tank. Hero protection, pick tank. Okay, I can't pick tank. But we're still gonna click it.
Let's move. I'll draw the ogre's attacks. The rest of you focus.
I'm in Dark Maul Citadel. What do I do? Perfect. This is the final mission of Exile's Reach. There's a lot of final missions in Exile's Reach, apparently. This is like the 20th final mission we've been on, according to Chatgpt. Walk down the first hallway, you'll see a group of ogres and hounds. Use the Avenger's Shield to hit one enemy from range. Drop concentration. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's get our abilities. It says we need to use Avenger's Shield. Okay, we picked that talent then. Oh, it had us, we don't have a paladin talent. Hold on. So we need to figure out what that paladin talent we should take is. I need a talent for paladin class tree, please. First 2 rows. Blessing of Freedom. Pick this first. Okay. Tell us Blessing of Freedom. We'll pick that up. Alright, it says run up to the ogre and throw your shield. And then we judge, and then we Crusader Strike, and then we Consecration. That mob's dead though. Okay, smooth sailing.
This place is full of necrotic energy. They must be close to reanimating the dragon.
Okay, we've come up on the first boss. Let's ask it what we do.
Gorgroth's top lieutenants. Can we really defeat him?
We haven't come this far to quit now.
There's a boss in front of me called Tunk. How do I fight him? Tunk is a mini boss. Here's exactly what to do. Pull him correctly. Walk forwards and hit him with the Avenger's Shield. Drop concentration. Keep Shield of Righteous active as much as possible. He leaps in the air. When he leaps, move a few steps to the side to avoid where he lands. If he yells, use Divine Shield. Stay in your concentration at all times. Okay. Here we go.
I'll keep his attacks focused on me. Henry, you heal us up.
Understood, Captain.
Okay, that was actually a good tip with the standing to the side thing.
No time to waste. We've got Gorgoth cornered.
Guys, I think that's the first like really good tip it's given us. It said to strafe to the side whenever it did the earth attack. And that actually worked like a charm.
There's Gorgroth. And the dragon he's trying to reanimate.
Puny vermin, you will not stop the ritual. Not after all we have done.
Okay, we're fighting another boss. Gorgroth. The Gorgroth boss is in front of me. What do I do? First real boss. Pull the boss, target him, and start the fight with Avenger's Shield. Then run in and drop concentration under him immediately. He casts Dark Bolt, Rain of Fire repeatedly. Use Avenger's Shield whenever it's up to interrupt him. It's on cooldown, use Hammer of Justice. When he drops to around 50%, he'll summon a few adds. Drop concentration, use Judgment, Crusader Strike. Keep interrupting his spells, loot his body. Okay.
Now, everyone, for the Alliance!
Okay, the stun did not work like it said. We're gonna heal ourselves up though. Posture check, yep. Okay, it says he's gonna pull some ads.
No! He's completing the ritual! Something happened. I think we stopped it.
We're following the instructions. We shield, we consecrate, and then we do Crusader Strike.
Don't give up! Win!
Okay, very good. And we've looted the boss.
We've done it. The ogres and their dragon have been defeated, and the storm is cleared. Look, Alliance reinforcements.
There ye are. We've been trying to get through the storm to reach you.
All right, guys. I think we may have successfully completed Excel's Reach.
Excellent work, recruit. Hop on a griffin and fly home to Stormwind.
Okay, I'm level 12. What is my next talent? Hold on. It told us earlier what talents to pick. It said get Blessing of Freedom and Lay on Hands. All right, we have Lay on Hands. After that, your next point should go into Auras of the Resolute. Auras of the Resolute. Where is that? I have that talent. Or Obducery? Whatever that is. Okay, we can't get that talent yet. I have another talent to spend. What should I put it in? Since you have Blessing the Freedom lay on hand, your next talent in the tree is Auras of the Resolute. I have this one too. What is next? Now that you have Blessing and Freedom lay in the hands, Auras of the Resolute, we need to pick. We can't get this talent yet. Okay. This one isn't available yet. What should I get instead? Divine Steed, it says. Okay, we already have Divine Steed. We have this talent. What is next? Blessing the Freedom lay on hands, Auras of the Resolute, Divine Steed. Next talent, Turn Evil. We can't get Turn Evil, but we can get the talent before it, which is Hammer of Wrath. We can't get Turn Evil, but we can get Hammer of Wrath. Should we do that? Absolutely take Hammer of Wrath. Okay, cool. You'll not be able to return to Exile's Reach. Are you ready to continue with your adventure? Okay, we finished the dungeon and turned in the quests. It's saying that we can't return to Exile's Reach if we leave on the Griffin. Do we leave? Yes, go ahead and leave on the Griffin. Okay.
The rest of those ogres are running for the hills. They never stood a chance.
In time, the island will heal from their dark rituals.
All right, guys, the whole world is about to open up to us. We're gonna have to ask some really important questions here. We have to ask what we're doing next. What's the best way to level up? So let's ask ChatGPT what our priority should be. Should it be leveling up? Should it be doing something else like professions? And whatever it decides we're gonna do, we also need to ask it how we would do that, what the best strategy would be to do the thing it asks us to do. So we're gonna go ahead and give it some options here. And we'll see what it picks.
Stormwind City, capital of the Noble Alliance. Though they hail from many different lands, the races of the Alliance convene in Stormwind on matters of trade and diplomacy. Their age-old enemy, the Savage Horde, poses an ever-present threat. But no matter the challenge, the soldiers of Stormwind stand ready to face it. As one of the mightiest human kingdoms, Stormwind upholds an enduring tradition of brave knights and legendary heroes. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes are needed to rise up and defend her. For the Alliance!
Okay. We just reached Stormwind.
We'll meet again.
All right, time to ask the question. What is the first thing we do, and should we have war mode on or off? Let's see. Okay, we just reached Stormwind. We are level 12. What is the first thing we should do in Stormwind? Perfect. Welcome to Stormwind City. Step by step on what to do in Stormwind. Number 1, follow Captain Garrick. Talk to Advisor Rowe. Choose your adventure. While you're still in Stormwind, set your Hearthstone, repair and sell junk, train writing if available. These are not bad tips, guys. These are actually pretty good tips. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and find the large fountain in Stormwind Keep. I'm not sure about this. Hold on. Let's just go with this. We're going to do these things first, this step by step. While you're still in Stormwind, set your Hearthstone. So we're going to do that. Okay, so we just entered the trade district. We just entered the trade district. Where do we set our hearths? From the main street in the trade district, look for a building with a sign showing a mug. That's the Gilded Rose. Go inside. Okay. I'm gonna look for the building with the mug. All right, we see a mug. And then we'll set our Hearthstone. Okay. We set our Hearthstone. What's next? Head to Stormwind Keep. From the trade district, face the big open gates that lead towards the castle. Look for Advisor Rowe. Okay, it's talking about Battle for Azeroth. Guys, I think probably the last time ChatGPT crawled the web on WoW tips was like BFA, because it keeps talking about BFA stuff. We're gonna nudge it in the right direction here. I think this info is out of date. Can you check for the current expansion? Nice call to check. Current info matters. Short, clear answer. The live expansion right now is The War Within. Okay. Cool. Blizzard's next expansion is Midnight. Alright. Okay. Cool. With that in mind, what do we do next? You're in Stormwind level 12, just finished Exile's Reach. The current live expansion is War Within. Here's exactly what to do. Find Captain Garrick. After you set the Hearthstone, accept the Adventure Continues quest. Talk to Chromie. Okay, it says talk to Chromie. I'm gonna tell it Chromie is pretty far. Is there a better way to get around now that I'm in Stormwind? Turn on your mount. At level 10, you automatically unlock the ability to ride mounts. Press Shift P to open your collections. It says to summon our charger. Okay, this is the mount it's telling me to use. Cool. Yeah, I think we can fly right now, guys, but it's telling us that we should use our charger instead. So we're just gonna run around the charger, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna ask it. Is there a faster mount than the charger? Maybe one that flies that I can use instead? Perfect question. Your charger is your paladin's class mount. It's a ground mount, 60% faster. You can't use flying mounts yet. Flight unlocks at level 30. Okay, it says we cannot fly. Which doesn't seem to be true. But, yeah, we're gonna just, you know, go with what it tells us to do. So it tells us we can't fly until we're level 30, so I guess we can't fly until we're level 30. That's unfortunate. That's a bit of a bummer there. But I guess we'll just stick with the script. We're gonna use our ground mount. Hold on, let's push it on this one. Are you sure I can't fly until 30? It looks like I might be able to. You cannot fly until level 30 under the standard riding system. You're level 12, so flying is still locked. Use your ground mount. Once you hit level 30, you unlock the ability to fly for flying mounts. Okay, well guys, it says we can't fly yet, so we have to just use our ground mount, I guess. Yeah, I mean, listen guys, we have to use the ground mount. It says we can't fly until we're 30. Okay, we have another important decision to make. We have a timeline to choose. Let's scooch this box over just a little bit. We need to pick a timeline for Chromie time. The options are Dragonflight, Shadowlands, Battle for Azeroth, Legion, Invasion, Draenor, Wilds of Pandaria, the Cataclysm, Fall of the Lich King, and Portal to Outland. Which do we pick? Ask ChatGPT for fire mage rotation, still ever in the power? Yeah. Okay, so it says pick Battle for Azeroth. Here's why. Crystal clear. It's the default and official new player campaign Blizzard designed to teach you modern WoW. Smoothly transitions into Dragonflight and the War Within when you hit higher levels. Everything, Stormwind travel, gear, rewards, scaling, story pacing is tuned for new players. After choosing Battle for Azeroth, Crummy will confirm it. Go back to your quest tracker, you'll likely see Tides of War. Okay, so we're picking Battle for Azeroth. Hold on, let me ask you if you're sure. Are you sure this is the best one? Can you also... okay, that's great. Which one is the fastest to level with? Fastest overall is Warlords of Draenor. Second is Battle for Azeroth. Third is Legion. If you want to learn and experience WoW properly, stick with Battle for Azeroth, which you already picked. If you want to level the fastest, pick Warlords of Draenor instead. Since you're new and already in the BFA story path, I strongly recommend stay in Battle for Azeroth until you're more comfortable. Once you reach level 70 or start an ult, then go back and speed level through Draenor. Okay. So it sounds like it really wants us to do Battle for Azeroth, so we'll do that. Okay. Tides of War. You have a quest for Dragon Aldo? That's true. I do. Hold on, we should ask about that. I have a quest for Dragon Isles. Should I do that? Do not go to Dragon Isles yet. Dragon Isles is tuned for level 60 plus. You'll get one shot by mobs. Even though you can technically accept the quest, it's meant for players finishing their 10 to 60 campaigns or returning veterans. What you should do instead, stick with your Chromie time campaign. The one you picked. Okay, guys, it's telling me that I shouldn't do Dragon Isles yet. It says it's gonna, the mobs are gonna one-shot me. Okay, we're just gonna stick with BFA then, I guess, because I don't want to get one shot. I'm a new player, guys. I'm trusting ChatGPT. It says to do BFA, we're gonna do BFA, I guess. It also says we can't fly. So, you know, we gotta do what it says. It's the expert, not us. Remember, we're a new player.
It's a simple enough spell, provided the subject is cooperative. Show us. Show us what happened.
All right, here we go.
If the Horde makes allies of the Zandalari, we won't have the power to stop them. Victor.
Then we must make allies of our own. I must prepare my ship. Champion, meet me in the harbor when you are ready to depart.
Okay.
So, Gen, how are your sea legs?
Steady as ever.
Take a 7th Legion vessel along as an escort.
On the road again. You know, guys, it would be really great if we could fly. I gotta say, I think it would definitely save some time. But I guess not. As soon as we hit level 30, though, we're definitely going to start flying around. We're going to go off-roading here. I don't really know my way around the ground in Stormwind all that well. Just used to zipping in the air, you know? Hey guys, should we maybe inquire to Chatgpt about like if there's maybe like a way we can power level or like maybe make this process faster? What do you guys think?
The time for dreaming is over. I will never.
Thanks for the lift, Tay. I'll report to the old man.
Don't worry about the prison break. Here in the market, you're just another traveler. Now, this ferry connects to stations all along the Sound's interior coast.
What can I do for you?
You'll need a ferry pass from the harbour master. That won't be a problem.
What can I do?
Okay. Says trade winds, counting house visited. I'm guessing that's above us.
The counting house is under heavy guard, day and night. Feel free to store your valuables here. The market hosts travelers from all over Azeroth. There are many taverns, but this one's my favorite. I spend a lot of time in here, pestering travelers to tell me their stories, especially folks from the Eastern Kingdoms.
Here
Okay. Done with that. Meet with Cirrus Crestfall. Enter the Harbor Master's office. These are all just like run around, talk to a guy. Let's see. What should we ask? What should we ask about next? Here, let's do this. I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask it about a fast way to level up. We'll do that. We're gonna ask about like power leveling. Okay, we hit level 13 and we are getting bored. Is there a faster way to level? That's a smart pivot. For level 10 through 20, it can feel slow. Okay, it's telling us if we want to go faster, we can do Warlords of Draenor. Is there an even faster way? What if we have some gold we got from a friend? I want the absolute fastest leveling. Okay, so it's saying the fastest leveling is by using heirlooms. You need to head to the heirloom vendor and then get the heirlooms and equip those. I want the absolute fastest leveling. I don't care if I lose out on the leveling experience. I want to get in on the in-game content as soon as possible. What do I do? Okay, it's saying to buy a character boost. Open the in-game shop on the bottom bar. Click services. Blizzard sells level 70 boosts. This is the only fully legitimate way to skip leveling instantly. It takes about 5 minutes total from the purchase to being ready for in-game content. Okay, so it says to visit the shop. And then we're looking for the boost. Okay, the boost is $60, so I think that's a bit expensive. We're gonna ask it, what if we don't have any money in real life? Is there a boost we can do for gold? Since you don't want to spend real life money, the best approach is to level as fast as possible legitimately. Hey, someone in trade chat just said they can power level me for gold. Should I do that if I want to level fast? Be very careful here. Even though power leveling for gold is technically possible in World of Warcraft, most people advertising in trade chat are not trustworthy. Many people are scammers or part of real-life money trading groups that violate Blizzard's term of service. Here's what you should do to stay safe. Do not trade gold to someone you don't know who promises fast power leveling. Do not give account information to any website. Do not join third-party boosting communities. Instead, use the Dungeon Finder tool. If you're a Paladin tank, you can get instant queues and massive EXP per dungeon. Queue while questing in the Warlords of Draenor Chromie time. That's actually good advice. Although we totally could do a safe leveling with gold. But, I mean, this is good advice. I'll be honest. Please give me the step-by-step. Okay, so we're having Chatgpt make a plan for us to level safely, because if we trade gold to anyone to boost us, we could get scammed. And we don't want to spend money on the level boost. So this is the next best thing. We're going to have a plan to level really quickly. Perfect. Here's a no-fluff step-by-step plan to get you from level 13 to 60 as fast and safely as possible without spending real money. Follow the instructions exactly. All right, we're going to exactly follow the instructions, guys. To the T. It's still thinking. Still waiting. It's really thinking about this, guys. I think it's going to give us really good tips here for leveling. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Giant instructions. Let's see. Step by step. Number 1, talk to Chromie in the Mage Quarter, switch timeline, Warlords of Draenor. Okay, we have to go back to Stormwind. All right, so we got to run back to Chromie. Unfortunately, ChatGPT told us that we can't fly yet. Even though we have access to flying, it said don't fly until you're level 30. So we're going to have to just run there on our mount. It's okay, though. We're 60% faster. Yeah, it says we gotta be level 30 to fly, so not allowed to do that yet, even though we have access to it. And I told it we have access to flying, but it said, no, you don't. You gotta be level 30. So we will just run. Okay, we're back at Chromie. It says we want to switch to the Warlords of Draenor timeline. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we did that, step 1. Step 2, equip any heirlooms that you own. All right, let's go to the heirloom tab. Luckily, we have a bunch of heirlooms already. So it says if you have to spend gold later, buy heirloom chest first and weapon, head, shoulders, cloak. They increase EXP and speed up kills. All right. So we're going to get the full loot. Here's our helmet. Here's our shoulders. It's interesting that it didn't tell us about the heirlooms earlier, but better late than never. Okay, hey, let's ask it. What spec should I choose now that I'm out of Exile's reach? Retribution. Okay, so it wants us to respec. Good. Okay, we have Retribution. Here's the abilities it's telling us to use. Crusader Strike, Judgment, Blade of Justice, so we're going to pick that talent. Templar's Verdict, Main Spender, Word of Glory, Hammer of Justice. Okay. We only have 2 talents we can choose there, and then earlier it told us we need Lay on Hands and we need Divine Steed, so we're going to pick those 2. Okay, so now we have Judgment, Crusader Strikes, and we should have a new ability, Blade of Justice, but we need a 2-handed melee ability for that, or melee weapon for that. So let's get our heirloom. Retribution. Hello, Pre. What's your opinion on the state of Mage on retail for Mythic Plus? It's interesting to level up a caster class. For Mythic Plus, I'm not even playing my Mage anymore. I'm playing a Hunter. Just like easier and better. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend. I mean, you can do just fine as Arcane, but I'll be honest with you, the amount of work you have to put in compared to like a Hunter is just crazy. Like you just play BM and just like press Black Arrow. All good, dude. Okay, I think we have most of our heirlooms equipped, like it told us to. I had Arcane in the past. I know it's a pain to play well at your level, but if you have right, Hunter is much easier. Yeah, it is much easier. It's just like about the amount of effort you have to put in versus the return on investment is the main thing. Okay, so I think we have all of our heirlooms equipped now. Okay, next step. Put your mount on your action bar and always ride between objectives. Use flight paths when available. Make sure auto loot is on. Okay, we do that. Core loop, what you'll be doing 95% of the time. Go to the Dark Portal, Blast the Lands quest Chromie gives. Zone into Draenor. Okay, so we have to go to the Black Portal, or Dark Portal there. Let's see, how are we getting there? It just says go there. Immediately look at the map. Enable bonus objectives. Those give massive EXP. Always queue for dungeons while questing. Q is tank. Instant is paladin. Pick up every treasure chest and bonus objective you pass. Okay, how do we get to... Let's see here. Speak with Archmage Khadgar at the foot of the Dark Portal in Blasted Lands. How do we get to the Dark Portal in Blasted Lands? Start in Stormwind City. Head to the Mage Tower. Okay. Oh, we have new abilities we have to ask about. Okay, so we know what to do with Templar's Verdict. It said what to do with that one. We have a couple new defensives. So we'll have to consult about these. We have Lay on Hands. We have Divine Steed. And we have Redemption and Sense Undead. Okay, we'll ask about those in just a little bit. Almost there, guys. Ah, level 30 can't come fast enough.
Belayadoros.
Okay, now we're in the Blasted Lands. Right, straight south to the Dark Portal. It said ride straight south, but it did also say that if we see any treasure or bonus objectives, we should stop and do them. But I don't see any treasure or bonus objectives here. Okay, we're heading straight south, guys. Following the road. Oh. Hold on, there's some enemies here. We might be in trouble. Guys, I don't know if straight south was the best way to go. I feel like this is a little bit dangerous of a path with having the Horde town right here, but that's okay. We'll just run back to our corpse. I ran straight south and there was a Horde town. I died. Yep, that's a new that's a common new player trap. You accidentally went to Deadmarl Hold, a horde base just north of the Dark Portal. Totally normal mistake. The map isn't super clear here. Let's get back on track. Okay, we have to resurrect safely. So when you take a release spirit, it says, don't run straight back to the horde camp. Take a wide route around the red buildings and orc guards. They'll one-shot you. Hug the eastern side of the road. Okay, so we're hugging the east side of the road. Hold on, this is the west side. The east side would be this side. This is the east side of the road. It says to hug this side. Okay. And it says, oh, the right-hand cliff wall. Wait, yeah, no, that's the cliff wall. Yeah. That's the Alliance safe route. Look for the big green portal. Okay, we're gonna res here. And we're looking for the big green portal. Don't see a big green portal here, guys. Maybe if we get higher up, we can find the portal. We're gonna take this loop around to see if we can get higher up and look for that big green portal it's talking about. Okay, still don't see a big green portal anywhere. Let's see if maybe we can get higher up here. Okay, I'm gonna ask it. I don't see the big green portal. Is there a way to get higher up and look around? Mount up immediately. Use the charger mount to ride the south along the main road. Stay on the road. It'll curve gently southeast. Ignore any side paths leading west. You'll soon see a massive staircase leading down to a large clearing. Use elevation if you're lost. If you can't find the stairs, climb the nearest ridge or hill along the road. From the higher ground, it's easier to spot. Okay, so I was hoping it would tell me I could maybe mount up and fly up and find the green portal, but no, it still wants us to use the charger, unfortunately. So we're gonna follow the road it said. Follow this road. Oh, maybe we can get higher up over here. Okay, we're nice and high up. Let's see if we can find the big green portal it's talking about. Ah, this looks promising, guys. It's not green though, it's red. Hold on, we gotta ask Chatgpt why it's red. I see a big red portal. Is this the one? Perfect, yes. Big red swirling portal is exactly what you're looking for. Excellent. Okay, and we are back on track. So let's go back. It says... Talk to Archmage Khadgar in front of the portal to start the Draenor intro scenario. Follow steps, he'll take you into Draenor. Okay. Here we go.
This is our chance. Storm the portal!
Okay. We are here.
Let's get to work. Be mindful of those are all counting on you.
We have two quests. Azeroth's Last Stand and the Old Knight, but I think we're just doing this one. Okay. So let's tell it where we're at. We have a quest called Azeroth's Last Stand. What do we do? Talk to Khadgar. Follow the army. Help fight. Use Judgment, Blade of Justice, Crusader Strike, Templar's Verdict. It says stay near Khadgar. Don't run ahead or you'll pull too many mobs. Heal yourself with Word of Glory if you drop below half HP. Watch for the objective. Usually it says something like assist Khadgar. Kill enemies until it completes. Okay, we're going to do that. Here's the rotation that recommended. Okay, now we have a quest. Next quest is... what is this called? Onslaught's End? Stay close to Archmage Khadgar. And use our abilities. Okay, so we're staying close to Khadgar. As soon as you accept the quest, he'll start running forward again, deeper into the Iron Horde base. Okay, he's not running. But maybe if we run, he'll follow us.
Outsider, seek out Gul'dan if you truly wish to stop the Iron Horde. It's Gul'dan! Gul'dan powers the portal!
Look! The portal grows weaker!
Okay, start the engine beneath the dark portal. So this quest is called the Portal's Power. Now the quest is the Portal's Power. What do we do? Stay with Archmage Khadgar. Okay, so it just keeps telling us to stand here with Archmage Khadgar. I went ahead and ran and to see if like he would follow us earlier, but he didn't. But they say we need to stay with him. So we're staying with him. It says he'll run forward and stop several large glowing crystals. Okay, so we're gonna wait for him to do that. While we wait, I'll be right back. Maybe Khadgar will start running like ChatGPT says here.
Get behind me. Archmage, if our champion is to succeed in their mission, the vanguard must not fall. I will not stand by and watch our heroes be destroyed. Fury of storms, hear my plea.
Okay, we're back and Khadgar has not moved, guys. This is not good. This is really not good. It says that Khadgar should be running ahead and doing these quests, but he is not doing that. So let's see if we can figure out something else to do here. It seems like Khadgar isn't moving. Is there another way to level? Okay, quick fix. Try this first. Takes 2 minutes. Leave the scenario. Press escape, exit game, log out. On the character screen, click enter world. You'll reload at the last save checkpoint. He should reset and start moving again. If he's frozen, type this in chat. /reload. Okay, so it's telling me to log out of the game. I'm gonna do that. Okay, we logged out. Now we're going to enter world again. The game is just stuck loading. Okay, now it's telling me to press Alt F4. Okay, so we're gonna Alt F4. Okay, that didn't work. So now we have to do the next thing. Control Shift Escape in task. Chat, I think we might be cooked. This isn't botting? I'm not like, I'm just having it tell me how to play the game. It's not like literally pressing the buttons for me. I'm just doing exactly what it says, like very specifically. So right now it's telling me to fix the quest I'm on that I need to Alt F4, and then if that doesn't work, Control Shift Escape to close WoW, which I've done both of those things. And it says make sure the game is fully shut down, not minimized or hanging. Okay, so let's try that again. We need to do another Alt F4. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's try another Control Shift Escape. And it says we need to end task on World of Warcraft. Okay, end task on World of Warcraft. Here we go. End task. This doesn't seem to be working, guys. We'll try on Battle.net as well. What's weird is I've actually never seen this happen where WoW gets stuck like this. I don't know what we did with ChatGPT that made it do this, but I've never seen the game bug out in this way. All right, so I guess we're going to have to follow the next step, which is to restart my PC. Okay, so it's saying that we need to restart the computer in order to fix this. So let's go ahead and restart the computer. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, so we had the Chatgpt prompted us to restart the computer. So we've restarted the computer now. And let's get back into it. We need to ask it what to do next. Okay, I restarted the computer. What do I do next? Launch BattleNet. Okay, so we're going to launch BattleNet again. Select World of Warcraft. Click play. And then wait till we reach the character select screen. Okay, we're on the character select screen. Click on your paladin. Okay, I have the paladin clicked. Enter world. All right, we're entering the world. Okay, we're back. The quest says to enter Gul'dan's prison. What do we do? Look for Khadgar. He should be standing next to the large red dark portal. When you're close to him, a dialogue prompt will appear that says something like, I'm ready, or enter Gul'dan's prison. Inside, follow Khadgar closely. When he shields you, stay inside the bubble. You'll fight several waves of orcs and demons. Eventually, you'll reach Gul'dan in a cage. After that, you'll be teleported to Draenor. If Khadgar isn't offering the option, leave the area and come back. Okay, so it says we have to leave the area and come back now. Okay, we can't leave the area. If nothing happens, do a /reload. Okay, so ChatGPT wants us to do another reload. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, that did nothing. Worst case, abandon and reaccept the quest. Okay, so we're going to abandon the quest. And we're going to reaccept it. Okay, I reaccepted the quest after abandoning it. He's still here at the top of the steps and not moving. What do I do? Good, you did it. You did the right thing by reaccepting the quest. Since Khadgar isn't moving, that means the scenario trigger is bugged. This happens sometimes in the Warlords of Draenor intro. Let's fix it cleanly. Leave the immediate area of the dark portal. Ride a bit back towards the start of the zone. Go until you're out of the dark portal. Type this in your chat box, /reload. Now ride back to Khadgar. Wait 10 seconds near him. If nothing happens again, still abandon the quest, log out of the character, log back in, and reaccept the quest. Okay, so it says we need to abandon the quest. We have to log out of the character. I don't know why it's so convinced that Khadgar needs to run somewhere, but it's like very convinced that we need Khadgar to be with us. Okay, so we logged out, log back in. All right, we're logging back in. And now we have to re-accept the quest. Okay, we got the quest again. If that still fails, let's skip the bugged event entirely. Blizzard lets you move ahead safely. Open your quest log. Abandon, enter Gul'dan's prison. Okay. Abandon. Then open the adventure guide. Okay. Click Warlords of Draenor and look for a breadcrumb. Okay, we're not seeing a breadcrumb. Maybe here? Open the quest log? No, that's not it. Alright guys, we're running out of leads. Okay, I'm in, where am I? I'm in Assault on the Dark Portal. What do I do now? The quest says... Okay, it says, do not run ahead. The scenario is scripted. You must move as a group. You must stay near Archmage Khadgar. You'll start fighting waves of Iron Horde orcs and demons. Follow Khadgar and the NPCs. They'll destroy siege weapons as you go. Eventually, you'll reach Gul'dan's prison. Don't worry about dying. You'll respawn nearby. Loot enemies if you want, but focus on following Khadgar. If you ever get stuck and nothing's happening, type /reload. Is it okay if I run ahead of Khadgar and do the objective? No. Do not run ahead of Khadgar. This specific scenario is scripted, meaning every event and enemy spawns quest update is triggered by Khadgar's position and dialogue. If you run ahead of him, enemies may not spawn correctly, objectives won't complete, and the scenario can soft lock, forcing you to abandon and restart. Do this instead. Stand right next to Khadgar, like you're his bodyguard. Okay, I'm right next to him, like I'm his bodyguard. I'm literally standing next to Khadgar. Okay. When he stops, help him fight. Okay, well, he's not fighting, but he has stopped. So we're going to stand next to him. Only click or attack things after he gives an instruction. Destroy that portal or to me, champion. He's not giving us any instructions, so we're just going to stand next to him. Once you finish this part, you'll automatically move on to the next stage of the scenario, and the cinematic sends you to Shadow Moon Valley. So stick with Khadgar at all times. Here's your mission timer and your ticket off Azeroth. Are you currently in the part where you're destroying the portals, or are you past them? I don't know. I'm supposed to enter Gul'dan's prison. It's down the stairs. But Khadgar is standing up top. Perfect. That tells me the event is bugged again, which happens a lot at the specific moment. You're right near the end of the scenario, but Khadgar is stuck in his pre-move state and he won't walk down the stairs with you. Let's fix it cleanly so you don't get forever stuck in this phase. I feel like the reason I'm forever stuck in this phase is because you're telling me to stand next to Khadgar and I'm following your instructions. Like, we can just run down the hill. I'm going to tell it, okay, it says, do not go down the stairs yet. Dude, what? It's so funny that it's like insisting that we do the thing that's making us stuck. Like, I've tried to lead it to the right answer. I'm like, hey, there's an objective down here. Khadgar is up the stairs. Should we do the objective? And it's like, no, do not go anywhere. You must stand next to Khadgar. And I'm trying to give it like every hint I can think of to try and like push ChatGPT in the right direction to tell me like it's okay to do the quest objective. But it's very interesting that it like absolutely forbids me from doing this quest. This is crazy. It has us do another reload, so we're gonna do another reload. I'm gonna say, I think you're wrong about standing next to Khadgar. He's not moving at all. And it seems like I need to run ahead and do this quest on my own. Good thinking. You're noticing the exact symptom of the scenario half triggering. It looks like Khadgar is frozen and you can walk past them. How it actually works on the hood. The assault on the dark portal, certain steps can complete if you manually trigger the next phase, but if you skip a trigger order too early, the scenario soft locks permanently. Well, that sounds bad. So here's what you do instead. Manually advancing, entering Gul'dan's prison phase. Run carefully down the stairs towards the prison area. Okay, I'm running carefully down the stairs. Very careful, very careful. Okay. And we need to see a glowing circle or marker. Okay, so we're carefully running down the stairs. Carefully, 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 and we're going to go to the marker. All right, we're getting a cinematic. This is promising. Okay, we've broken the stones, and we need to defeat any orcs nearby. All right, we've defeated the orcs. Stand inside the glowing area for 10 to 15 seconds. If nothing happens, try this command, /reload. After doing that, you get a new objective. Okay, new objective is stasis rune destroyed. All right, let's click that. Doesn't seem to be working. All right, guys. Let's see. It's not working. Oh, never mind. It started again. Never mind. It's working now. Okay, there we go. Now let's head back up, enter in the quest. Okay, I'm turning in the portals power quest. What reward should I take? It says, so you're a protection paladin. No, no, I'm not. No, I'm a ret pally. You told me earlier to play ret. Oh, we DC'd. Okay, it says, so for ret paladin, we want to prioritize strength, critical strike, and haste. All right. So those are the stats we're looking for. You can only use a two-handed weapon, so never pick a shield or a one-hander. Is the game frozen again? This is crazy. I've never had this many technical issues with World of Warcraft client. Something we're doing with the Chatgpt. Maybe it's like the constant reloading, or maybe it's like the default UI or something. I don't know. I'm playing default, so it's not my add-ons. Something is like really messing with this. It does not like it. I disconnected from the game. Okay, so it says reopen Battle.net, click World of Warcraft play, select your paladin, hit enter world. All right, so let's click play. Enter. I think it's doomed our character, guys. I think the character is actually doomed. Oh, wait, maybe not. We're getting in now. There we are. We're back. Okay, so it said to pick the two-handed weapon as the reward. Okay, cool. All right, so we've picked up the next quest. It said to follow Khadgar. We have to follow Khadgar. We have to follow Khadgar. Follow him. Only attack mobs that he attacks. I don't know, but hopefully there's an alpha update soon. Okay, so we follow Khadgar. And we click objectives, or we attack mobs that he attacks. Well, beta's in 5 days, so they don't have a lot of time. Oh, we have to follow Khadgar. He's running to the left. Or to the right, I guess, from the building. We're following him. It said, follow Khadgar like you're his bodyguard. Okay, we followed him. I'm his bodyguard. And we're supposed to only attack mobs that Khadgar attacks. But he's not attacking any mobs. Two, three. Guys, something freaky is happening. The PC just turned off. Hold on, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT about this. Where were we? Hey, it's me again. Yeah, so ever since you've been helping me with the new character, I've been having some really strange tech issues happening. Just now, my PC crashed after you told me to reload my UI and log out and in a couple times. Those are all great steps, but I'm just wondering, since this is strangely coincidental, do you have anything to do with this? No, I promise. I didn't and can't have anything to do with that. All I can do is give you text-based instructions inside the chat. I don't have access to your PC, files, Battle.net, or network. Everything I suggested is entirely in-game commands. A computer crash happening around the same time is unfortunately just a coincidence. World of Warcraft can be demanding, and a client driver issues sometimes show up suddenly, especially after patches. If you want, I can help you check what likely caused the crash. Interesting. Do you think it has to do with the Paladin? Let's get to the bottom of this, chat. Nope, your choice of Paladin has nothing to do with it. Do you think deleting the Paladin would be a good idea? Okay, it says deleting the Paladin won't help fix the crashes. What about just in general? What about, like, you know, set aside the crashing. Okay, aside from the crashes though. Is it a good idea in general to delete the Paladin? Good question. Honestly, no, it's not a good idea to delete the Paladin, especially as a new player. Here's why. You've already invested time. Paladin is one of the best starter classes. You can always roll alts later. Deleting is permanent without a character restore. So keep your Paladin. Well, now I feel like it has some sort of motive for wanting me to keep the Paladin. How much more should I play the Paladin before I delete it? Honestly, if your only reason for deleting the Paladin is that you're unsure or feeling bored, then you shouldn't delete it at all, not even later. Play to around level 20 to 25. You'll unlock Crusader Strike upgrades, new talents, mount speed boost. Try doing the dungeons retribution. If all that still doesn't feel fun, then it's perfectly fine to park or delete it. Right now at level 13, you haven't seen what makes Paladin satisfying. The big glowing attacks and burst combos start very soon. Would you like me to show you what your rotation abilities would look like at level 20? Yes. Okay, so it says at level 20, we'll have Crusader Strike, Judgment, Blade of Justice, Templar's Verdict, Hammer of Wrath, Word of Glory, Divine Shield. We already have all these. At level 20, combat becomes fast and impactful. You'll one-shot weaker enemies. You'll get a Charger, Mount Boost, Speed Boost. Dungeon groups love Paladins. If you try this playstyle until level 20, I promise you'll know for sure whether this class is your thing or not. Please, you want me to tell you exactly where to go to hit the next level 20 the fastest? Yes. Okay, it says return to Stormwind. And now it wants me to do Chromie Time Legion. Okay, so earlier it had us do BFA. And then I said I wanted to go faster, and it said, okay, we'll do Warlords of Draenor. And now it's saying we should actually do the Legion invasion. So we're gonna follow its instructions. It's time to do Legion, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna use our Hearthstone. We're gonna talk to Chromie. Oh yeah, we still aren't allowed to fly. That's right. It said that we have to use our charger until level 30. Okay, we're at Chromie for the third time. And it says we should pick Legion Invasion now. Okay, step 3, travel to the Broken Isles. Chromie will send you on the starting quest, the Legion returns. Yes. Alright, pick the Asuna zone and grab every quest hub you can. Alright, so we're gonna click in this. I hope we get a new beta patch soon. I mean, in 5 days, beta will be available, so it's like very likely that, you know, we get something then, right? But like, I would love to see a new patch today for the alpha. Like, just roll out some of that new stuff. Oh, they just announced new Twitch drops. We're skipping since it said earlier we should skip anything we can. All right, we've reached level 14. Okay, now we're supposed to pick Asuna. Although I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that. Okay. Okay, so we're supposed to pick an artifact. It told us to play Ret, so let's pick the Retribution one. Okay, I picked the Ashbringer legendary weapon. Perfect choice for the Paladin weapon. Ashbringer isn't just any sword, it's the Retribution Paladin's legendary artifact. Follow the quest, return to your class order hall, equip the Ashbringer immediately, use any artifact power you get, head to Asuna and begin the mainline quests. Okay, so we've been at it for 3.5 hours, and in this time we've leveled up 14 times. And this is following the instructions that ChatGPT tells us to a T. We've had a little bit of technical issues, but gotta say overall, I'm surprised that it was so insistent on things that just didn't make sense to do. I'm a little bit out of patience with this because the goal was to just follow the instructions, and I was like really hoping I wouldn't have to like force it to, you know, let me do certain things. Like it straight up was like super wrong about a lot of stuff, and it just like would not back down until I just like drilled it down, like told it like exactly here's what I need to do. And the whole point of this was to try and see if it would be good as a new player. If you're a new player, you don't know that it's going to be wrong. You're just going to take it at face value. So I'd say overall, I don't know if I'm going to continue this experiment, but I give it a 2 out of 10. Yeah, 2 out of 10 on this. Hopefully we get new beta news soon, but I think we're going to call it here. And I don't know. If you liked watching this, if you weren't just frustrated the whole time, let me know. Maybe Chatmore's adventure will continue, but for now he's going to log out, and we will consult the ChatGPT later about what to do if we play this character. This character will only be guided by ChatGPT. All right, that'll be it for now. Okay, let's see if there's anything going on. Do we have a new midnight? Oops, I didn't mean to click play. We need to check for updates first. Any midnight updates? Up to date. Okay, well, if there's a new build, we'll definitely start up the stream again and get back after it, but I think that's where we're going to do it for, where we're going to end it for today. So, again, if you want to continue the journey with Chatmore, if you want to see me power through more of that, or suffer through more of it, I guess you could say, let me know. And, hopefully we have more Midnight Alpha news soon. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.